Mexico City, a sprawling metropolis that never sleeps. A city teeming with life, vibrant and full of energy, but also cloaked in shadows and secrets. Deep within its heart lies Hospital Juárez, a beacon of healing and hope since 1847. This historic institution has seen countless lives pass through its doors. Its weathered walls whisper tales of both life and death, of hope and despair. Every crack and crevice holds a story, every shadow a memory, but none are as chilling, as enduring as the legend of La Planchada, the ghostly nurse forever etched into the hospital's lore. The air grows heavy as you step inside. The atmosphere changes, becoming almost palpable. The scent of disinfectant mingles with a faint metallic tang. It's a smell that clings to the air, a reminder of the hospital's long history. Is it just old plumbing or something more? The sounds of the hospital seem to carry whispers, echoes of the past. Patients speak in hushed tones of a ghostly presence, a whisper at the edge of hearing. Stories of a nurse who appears in the dead of night, tending to the sick. A chill runs down your spine. You are not alone. The feeling of being watched, of someone just out of sight, is inescapable. The ghost of Hospital Juárez, a figure that has haunted the halls for generations. She is more than a myth, more than a scary story whispered in the dark. She is a part of the hospital's very essence. She is woven into the fabric of the building itself, her presence felt in every corner, every room. Her presence is inescapable, a constant reminder that some wounds run deeper than flesh and bone. She's a symbol of the hospital's enduring legacy, a ghostly guardian of its past. The Hospital Juárez has witnessed the ebb and flow of history, standing as a silent sentinel through the ages. Founded during a time of turmoil, it has served as a sanctuary for the sick and wounded through revolutions, epidemics, and natural disasters. Its walls have seen the pain of countless souls, and its halls have echoed with the cries of the afflicted. Each passing year etched itself onto the hospital's walls, adding another layer to its somber tapestry. The very bricks and mortar seem to hold the memories of those who have passed through its doors. The Mexican Revolution raged, and the hospital overflowed with casualties. Nurses and doctors worked tirelessly, often with limited supplies, to save lives amidst the chaos. The Spanish flu pandemic swept through, leaving countless dead in its wake. The hospital became a battleground against an invisible enemy, with staff risking their lives to care for the infected. And then the Cristero War, a brutal conflict that left its own indelible mark on the hospital and its staff. The hospital's role as a place of healing was tested once again. Through it all, Hospital Juárez remained. It stood as a beacon of hope, a place where the wounded and sick could find solace and care. A symbol of resilience, a testament to the enduring human spirit in the face of overwhelming adversity. The staff, through their dedication and compassion, became the heart and soul of the hospital. But with each tragedy, the line between the living and the dead seemed to blur. The hospital's corridors, once bustling with life, now held an eerie silence. Whispers of strange occurrences, unexplained events, and ghostly apparitions began to circulate. Stories of shadowy figures and mysterious sounds became part of the hospital's lore. The hospital, it seemed, had absorbed the sorrow and trauma it had witnessed. The weight of its history was palpable, felt by all who walked its halls. It was fertile ground for the legend of La Planchada to take root. A spectral nurse, forever tending to the patients she could not save in life, became a symbol of the hospital's haunted past. The 1930s. The city slowly heals from the wounds of the Cristero War. But within Hospital Juárez, a new legend begins to take shape. Patients whisper of a mysterious nurse, her uniform always crisply ironed, her demeanor both comforting and unnerving. She appears at bedsides, a calming presence in the face of fear and pain. She soothes brows, whispers words of comfort, and some swear even performs miraculous acts of healing. Doctors are baffled by sudden recoveries, by inexplicable improvements in their patients' conditions. But when they try to thank this enigmatic caregiver, she vanishes. No trace, no record, no one who can recall seeing her enter or leave the ward. The legend of La Planchada, the Ironed Lady, is born. Was she a real nurse or something more? One story, whispered among the hospital staff, speaks of a young nurse named Eulalia. Dedicated, compassionate, she was the embodiment of devotion to her patients. But Eulalia harbored a secret love for a doctor at the hospital, a love that was not returned. He married another, leaving Eulalia shattered. Consumed by grief, she became careless in her duties, her heartbreak manifesting in a fatal error that cost a patient their life. Racked with guilt and despair, Eulalia herself soon died. Some say she took her own life, unable to live with the consequences of her actions. But her spirit, unable to find peace, remained trapped within the hospital walls, forever seeking to atone for her past sins as La Planchada. Section 5. Martyr of the Cristero War. Others believe La Planchada's origins lie in the horrors of the Cristero War. During those dark days, Hospital Juárez became a refuge for wounded soldiers from both sides of the conflict. One story tells of a young nurse, her name lost to time, who risked her life treating wounded Cristeros. Betrayed by an informant, she was captured and executed by government forces. Her only crime showing compassion to the enemy. Her death, a senseless act of violence, shook the hospital to its core. Now some believe her spirit lingers, driven by a need to continue her compassionate work to heal the wounds of a conflict that took her life. She is a martyr, forever bound to the site of her sacrifice. There are whispers of another tale, darker still. This version speaks of a young nurse, newly qualified, who became the target of a jealous superior. This other nurse, consumed by envy and resentment, sabotaged the younger woman's work, leading to a tragic accident that claimed the life of a patient. Unable to bear the weight of her guilt, the young nurse took her own life within the hospital walls, but her spirit, fueled by a thirst for justice, refused to rest. She became La Planchada, a haunting reminder of the tragedy that unfolded within those very halls. Her appearances are said to be a harbinger of misfortune, a warning to those who would abuse their power or neglect their duties within the hospital. Sightings of La Planchada persist to this day. Patients claim to see her gliding through the wards at night, her starched uniform rustling softly. Nurses report feeling her presence, a sudden chill, the faint scent of lavender, or the unsettling sensation of being watched. Some tell of being awakened in the dead of night by the gentle touch of a hand, only to find themselves alone, their blankets straightened, their pillows plumped. Others speak of hearing a woman's voice, soft and soothing, offering words of comfort and reassurance. Is it La Planchada, or simply the weary minds of the sick and stressed playing tricks? Whatever the explanation, her legend continues to fascinate and frighten in equal measure. La Planchada is more than just a ghost story. She is a spectral figure that has haunted the halls of Hospital Juárez for decades, if not centuries. She is a symbol of Mexico City itself, a city where the past and present coexist, where ancient traditions meet modern life in a seamless blend. In this city, the veil between the living and the dead is thin, especially during the Day of the Dead celebrations, when the spirits are believed to return to the world of the living. Her tale is deeply entwined with Mexican culture, reflecting the nation's rich history and its deep-rooted beliefs in the supernatural. This story reflects a profound respect for the dead and a belief in the enduring power of the human spirit, which is celebrated in festivals like the Day of the Dead. Throughout Mexico, ghost stories are more than just entertainment. They are cautionary tales, moral lessons, and a way of connecting with history and tradition, passed down through generations. These stories serve as a bridge between the past and the present, reminding us of our roots and the lessons learned by our ancestors. La Planchada embodies this cultural fascination with the supernatural, serving as a symbol of both fear and reverence. She is a figure that brings both comfort and terror, reminding us of the thin line between life and death. She is a reminder that even in death, we are not forgotten, that our actions have lasting consequences. Her story teaches us that our deeds in life echo in the afterlife, and that justice, though sometimes delayed, is inevitable. It also serves as a cautionary tale, showing that the line between justice and revenge can be razor thin, and that the pursuit of one can easily lead to the other. The ghost of Hospital Juárez, La Planchada. Her story continues to captivate, to send shivers down spines, and to spark debate. Is she real, a restless spirit forever bound to the hospital walls? Or is she a manifestation of our deepest fears, our guilt, And our fascination with the unknown, we may never know for sure, but one thing is certain: the legend of La Planchada will endure, woven into the fabric of Hospital Juárez, a chilling reminder that some stories never truly die. Next time you find yourself in Mexico City, take a moment to reflect on the enduring power of stories like hers. For in the heart of this bustling metropolis, amidst the shadows and whispers, the past is never truly gone, and sometimes the dead still walk among us.